There's a tear in my beer 'cause I'm crying for you, dear. You are on my lonesome mind. What's up, everybody? This is Tools with Souls. I am the one the only one going to be on tonight because Cooch is still off doing whatever he's doing with his family. I think it's a family reunion, so we might be looking to date. I don't know. I can't tell you. Paul W. is here. Texas Southpaw, always a pleasure to have you with us. Hope everyone else is having a great night. I'll check in with you, call you out as you come in. I thought we do a little something different, something I haven't done in a while. We've done it periodically before, but it is more and more prevalent now, and that is having to deal with some of these internet trolls. And this is not going to be a whining session. They don't really bother me. They make me chuckle more than anything else. These trolls they're just really aggravating themselves more than anything else. BW's Electronic, how you doing? But before we got started, I thought I would show you guys a little something. So if you are ever wondering what it takes to be a content creator, a social media influencer, I made two videos today. 1 minute video shorts. I'm trying to deal with some stuff now. And these are the number of fasteners that I use. They're actually more than this, but 11 different fasteners for two 1 minute videos. And I do it because things like this, if I show this on camera, people accuse me of syncing and resyncing and doing all this other stuff to the fasteners. They want them to all look new, but if you show them looking new, then they'll accuse you of not doing any of the work and doing whatever. And they're just fun. Jeremy, how you doing? Hope he took knee pads with rug burns on knees aren't fun, according to the ex-wife. Jeremy, I believe he's fully stocked, and all of his pants currently come equipped with knee pads built in. What's up, Dan B? Glad to have you here. Robert Walton, hello. What did I troll you about this time? Nothing, B-Dub. You did nothing. But a matter of fact, I got to get in here to the banners. I'm gonna do some of this stuff. I'm gonna remove some of this stuff for the first time because it's just me tonight. Jamie, true. I got accused of resyncing. Yes, you did, and he was a lucky fella. Anyway, what's up, Dan B? No, it's interesting. This thing. By far the two platforms that I have the hardest time with as far as trolls go are YouTube and Facebook. And Facebook's just a cesspool. I just post and ghost on there. I rarely ever do I go in there to respond to folks. And the folks that I do respond to are dudes that are within my little social circle in there. They're a part of the Tools with Souls Facebook group, and I don't really associate with people outside of that on there. Tactics has the emergency poop chute release on all his pants. I was wondering what the back door was, or the back flap was for, and I think it was just like easy access. A drill and impact driver both have equal spots on a job site. You shouldn't drill holes with a driver. You shouldn't torque bolts with a drill, and other fasteners are preference. I agree with you. I'm not arguing with it. I agree with you. But I keep getting the folks that are like, well, the drill can't do this. It can't do that. An impact does everything. I'm like, dude, really? Robert Walton, how you doing? You left Facebook 10 years ago. It's a good plan. I should. What's up, Rob? I've noticed the cesspool that we call Facebook. I run the group of the high school I went to. Don't know what they don't have regular people running. it, but I deal with such crazy. Yeah, Facebook is by far the worst. The guys that are on Facebook, like you post a power tool video, and apparently, like they think it means you're sleeping with their sister or something. I don't know, and um, I don't really care. I think it's funny that they get all bent out of shape. For me, I just provide information. Like you don't have to agree with me. it, it's not a requirement. Um, Same as you, I don't force anybody to watch. I think that the internet trolls, they are draining themselves more than they drain me. I make content every day. I deal with those every day. At some point, you're just like, all right, well, if that's all we want to do, let's do it. And then, they quickly find out I'm a New Yorker. I argue like a New Yorker. I talk like a New Yorker. It doesn't take very hard or very much for me to get to that mode, that mindset. Tools and Tactics is here. Tactics, I thought you were on vacation. That's why I didn't send you the link. Sadly, I feel like Facebook has an older demographic than Instagram and TikTok, etc. That says a lot. Yeah, you know what? Instagram for me is the best. Like the folks that are there, every once in a while I get a troll or two, but they're not bad. They're in and out. It's not so bad. Exactly. You do anything, you get roasted on there. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're lonely. That's what it's about. Those guys are lonely. Tactics, if you want to come on, let me know. I'll send you the link if you're capable. I've been trying to leave Tactics alone all week while he has been with his family, and I'm very understanding of that stuff. As content creators, our passion drives us to share our knowledge, our experiences with the power tool community, at least mine. That's one of the motivating factors that I have in doing this. I enjoy it. I enjoy using power tools. It's my favorite time is when I have it. Send link little. Send link little. I need an retard to English translator. Somebody tell me what that means, please. Oh, I got 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me send Cooch the link. We'll get him in here real quick. I'm not even logged on to Instagram. Worst part is he's got to email it to himself for some strange unknown reason. But no, I have been having a lot of fun doing this drill versus impact video, the series, and really showing people they're in essence the same type of tool. It's just the way they deliver power uh, to the fastener is different, and both are for fasteners. Uh, you can drill with it with an impact driver. It doesn't matter to me. You can drill with a drill, obviously. Little should have been a lot. LOL. Yeah, Instagram seems to be more together. I don't know why great people on there that I haven't been through. I don't know. Some people just get off busting balls. I'm not sure why you won't treat your trolls the same way you would on a job site. Ignore them or grind them back, but you don't let them get on. Yeah, see, that's the part. Like for me, when I was on the job, if somebody came at you, you went back at them and you had a good, healthy back and forth. Nobody ever took it personal. It was like, your mother, right? That was it. Like nobody ever took any offense to it. It is what it is. It's been like no big deal. What's up, East Coast Ken? East Coast Ken, great channel here on YouTube. Just started out. I think he just hit, what was it, 500 subscribers there, Ken? Congratulations to you on that. I'm very happy for you. It's probably a good thing I don't spend much time on face crap. I probably spend more on tools and 3D printing. I don't like the drama, so I don't go there. Too much BS. I go there because, well, last month 750. That's my fault. East Coast Ken just hit 750. Well, congratulations on that. You're going to be at 1,000 within the next month or two, and we're looking forward to you getting up there again. Oh my God! Wait till you guys see this. Lost in the hand of life.
Hold up.
Coochie.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you go on vacation tactics? Somewhere. Who is going to test the Makita microwave? The Den of Fools. That's my guess. Because I mean, I'm fat, but he has more of the microwave physique. Rodney Widger is with us. All right, let's see Coochie this time. Hey, Coochie.
Hey, what's up?
And how is life treating you this fine day?
Oh, just struggling down here on vacation. It's rough.
I see that. The
Yeah.
Gulf of Mexico on the back.
Yeah.
You poor guy.
What's going on?
Nothing. I figured it would be just me tonight, so I was going to talk about trolls, and I was actually going to debate on whether to let the people here answer the trolls for me in good old soul style, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
very insulting back to the trolls. And if you guys haven't seen me respond to people in the comments section, it's entertaining. Shaka Gillis is here. So how's your vacation going?
Man, it's not going too bad. Let me switch this camera around so you guys can see.
All right. Well, yes, that is the modus operandi there, Shaka.
That's our right there. That's where we're at. That's our tent thing. We had two up, but we're probably gonna give that to somebody. Actually,
Okay.
find somebody that's gonna stay here for a couple of days. Give somebody that doesn't have an umbrella, like those guys over there. But yeah, the walk is right there. So there's the little boardwalk thing.
Yeah.
And then we're right there. So it's pretty cool. You rent one of these houses on stilts. They got some 12 by 12 posts. Got like 30 of them holding up the houses.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
You can tell that you guys have gone swimming. They need to
we've been down there like every day, like 7 hours a day. It's been rough. It has been rough too. It's exhausting.
I would not pay $5,000 for any of it, to be honest with you. He said if Milwaukee made a pack out microwave, he would pay $5,000 for it.
Oh man, that's terrible.
That's what I'm saying. I would never.
Yeah. Well, you gotta appreciate when the Torque Test channel comes out with the info we've been telling them all along about the batteries, about Makita lacking in battery technology.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought that was pretty cool.
2 years. They just take 2 years to catch up.
Yeah. That's what I've been saying. You just don't like the tools, but I just don't like the batteries. I just all the battery tech.
Oh, I hate if it's got Makita on it, I don't want it.
Yeah.
And call me a tool snob or whatever. Just have no use for an inferior brand right now.
Yeah,
the rigid subcompact microwave would beat it.
I still use that 12 voltage Joshua got me, man. It's so tiny.
Yeah. I'll continue to
you can let that one slide.
Profess homosexuality here on my channel.
All right, well that's fair.
That's right. The Gulf. Look, you and Rodney could swim to one another.
Oh yeah, where's he at?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, yeah.
On the Gulf. It's right on the Mexico. That's what he's saying.
This is probably like an hour from Galveston, so the water, I mean, you can see it's better, but doesn't smell. There's a little bit of tar this year. In Bermuda, you get tar on the rocks every once in a while, and if you're looking for shells, there's like a certain secret beach that it's really hard to get to. You gotta like kind of sort of climb down there. It's pretty dangerous. but it's got some of the best shells, man, ever.
Yeah.
And when you're walking on the rocks over there, and you'll find all the glass from like the ships and all that, and the glass will wash on shore and it'll be, you know, round and smoothed over. It's pretty cool. You get a lot of sea glass and you get a lot of shells over there, and that was my first encounter with tar. But man, it's just floating on the water over here. Like there's quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
Kind of a shame. There's I can show you here. This is you can see the black spots on that rug. I don't know if you can actually.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, see there's black spots right there and there.
Not watching on a full size screen, they might have some trouble.
Yeah, that's actually tar, because see those are like little carpet things that you can take out and put underneath your canopy.
Yeah.
And
nice socks.
Yeah, thanks. Trying to switch my camera around, but it's not
it's not cooperating with your funky feet.
I just realized I needed to zoom out. Yeah. So, what are you up to, man? You miss me?
Yeah, you know, it's weird. We've been talking almost every day for 2 years, and this is the first week. I think we've only talked once this entire week.
That's true. That's weird.
It is kind of different.
Well, you started it by getting your job. I mean, you're just raking in the money. You're like Scrooge McDuck over there,
yeah,
diving into your vault.
It's not my fault. I am the leading salesman after 2 weeks, and
yeah,
it didn't take a whole lot. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Southpaw likes your shirt.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Walmart, I think Walmart.
Looks more hexagonal. Kansas, I see your stuff. No, he's not vacationing on the south side of my property.
I didn't realize you're on vacation.
It's not even a big spread. It's just a good size spread. No,
all right.
I was going to talk about the trolls because, well, so every day for about the last month, I've gotten no less on YouTube, just on YouTube, than 100 comments every single day telling me what an idiot I am because I started doing the drill versus impact videos and kind of exposing that people overuse the impact driver and they underuse the drill. All that means. That's all it's meant to be.
I'm on Team Impact for life.
Yeah, I mean, you're young. Incompetence is what happens when you're young.
That's right. That's right.
No,
even, I mean, one of the first things I showed with the newer gen of all the impacts. Holy crap, dude, my hair looks like lawns.
Yeah, it looks like you need a comb.
Comb couldn't tame this. I got bitten by a bearded dragon sea fish, and you can see what happened. Since I've been gone.
Yeah, it spit you out. The comments making me question construction in general. I feel the same way. It's kind of bad.
Oh, we might be allowed to talk about, because if you recall, when it, like, I don't know, 6 months into this channel, I got a video heavily suppressed for talking about trying to get electricians to become, or just anybody to become, you know, tradespeople.
Yeah.
And we went from, I don't know, 400, 500 views within a week to 20. Yeah. So we might be allowed to start talking about trade, because now people are starting to wake up, and you've got the AI algorithm now, which is your feed, your news feed on your phone is actually AI powered. People aren't writing this junk. If you ever wonder, where do people get these crazy opinions? It's completely AI. Like, no one's actually writing this crap. And for the most part. And now they're starting to talk about the decline of, construction.
So Panther, yeah, I'll get to that. I'm gonna answer Panther here real quick, and then I'll answer you. So Panther, on TikTok, I can actually do videos. Like I can respond to comments with a video. I've done it several times there, and basically it's just me roasting the bejesus out of people in 1 minute, and it's great fun. I can't download the videos from TikTok anymore and upload them to YouTube because it doesn't play right when you do that. No, you're right though, Coach.
Yeah.
A year ago, we couldn't talk about folks getting into the trades because if you did, it was a negative, and anything associated with men or manliness or anything like that.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's still negative, but yeah. Now it's like the canary in the coal mine, man, and people are like starting to scramble. It's too late.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, check this out. Just curious. If you had a house, let's say this was built in 2000. I don't know when this was built. Let's just say
Yeah.
2000.
I would have
And
definitely sanded the rail on the deck.
it probably costs, if you were to sell it, this house probably 1,500 square feet up here, right on the water. Let's just say 750K, right, for this piece of crap.
Yes.
Okay. Would you or would you not send somebody to maybe, a little bit of upkeep?
Watch it. Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Well, I saw the deck rail earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
And that's what I was saying. I would sand it and then just restain. The whole thing needs restained.
The whole thing needs something, man. Especially on the coast, just getting beaten the hell out of constantly.
Yeah, salt water. That's why
even the top boards, man. These are like, I mean, that's cool. You have a handrail, but if you're to slip and like, dude, you just get like a whole splinter like up your whole arm.
Sure.
On these things.
Well, see,
you'd be better off falling down the stairs than you would be grabbing onto the handrail.
Yeah. The thing about those, because it is salt water, it's very hard to keep the wood looking fresh.
Yeah.
And this is something that our parents used to do that we don't currently do. Yeah. Back in the day, most of your paints and your stains and whatnot were oil based. The oil would absorb into the wood, and then you could seal it, and it would keep the wood looking nicer for longer periods of time. Now they don't do that, and you're out there, you're constantly, especially in an area like that, you're constantly going to be in a position where you have to resurface, restain, and it's not going to last a lot of time.
Hey, when I zoom in, does it zoom in for you or no?
Zoom in.
I'm zooming in right now. It doesn't do it.
No. A lot of people think the trades are beneath them. Yes. Especially if they're expected to do something.
You can't see it, dude, but that red house is bad.
Yeah, I believe you. The thing is, and this is something that I talk about quite a bit in the comments with people. There is a huge, I call it a skill gap, which is the generation before what was currently out there. When they got to a certain age, a lot of them retired quickly. Like you had a huge area where dudes that had been doing the job for 20, 30 years just said, okay, I'm done. I'm out. And they left. It's not like they stuck around. Like in previous generations, what would happen is as you got older, you would transition from a physical labor position to a supervisory position based on your years of experience. And you could trade that down to folks, and you could train them and show them the proper techniques of growing up in the actual trades. And that's what the apprenticeship was supposed to be like. And the apprenticeship of today is more like, here's an impact driver, and there's a thing, we're just going to tell you to do it. And there's a huge skill gap between what was and what is. That's why channels like yours, Tools and Tactics, by the way, he does. I don't have the names and stuff up.
It's
So
all
anybody
good.
out here that doesn't know who he is, Tools and Tactics, he's an electrical inspector. Almost every single job he goes to, there are major mistakes.
Yeah.
Nearly everyone.
Yeah.
There are other inspectors out there, HVAC inspectors. You've got construction inspectors or whatever. The construction inspectors are the most glaring because they're literally showing you brand new builds and the house is falling down.
Yeah. Or it's not square. I mean, like you find a wall and they'll put do a Pythagorean theorem or do a level on the door frame, whatever it is, and nothing's level, plumb, nothing.
I didn't know. I didn't put two and two together until Jeremy said that 2008, 2009, when the housing market burst, and all of those old hats. What's up, Sarah? All those old hands that were on the job site said, "Retire. I'm going to get out. I'm going to go do something else, whatever." Yeah. That is when that skill gap really started. It's only gotten wider because you have the incompetent teaching the incompetent now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, even the company that I worked for was laying off quite a few people. There were people that weren't great, but they probably could have stuck around if it wasn't for the way that the world was going. And we've got kind of a fake inflated bubble here where Texas, in this area in North Texas, is just always booming. So you kind of got your own little bubble of an economy that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, especially my city where I'm at. And we've got probably most of the world headquarters in our city. Everyone's moving down here. So we've got this inflated bubble and you're still getting layoffs. That's the canary in the coal mine.
Yeah, that's true. And I look at like Europe, unlike
these kids are probably loud.
Unlike here in the US. What's that?
Kids loud? People loud here?
Cool.
I'm going back out.
Anyway, Europe, unlike
back in.
what's been in the US, they have the expectation when you're in the trades of having generations of family members in the trades. So father follows son, son follows son, kind of deal. And here in the US, because we're bigger, we're more mobile or whatever, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Right.
You're getting guys where we've been told for decades now that the only way to move forward is to go get a higher education, to go to college, get yourself in huge amounts of debt, and then go figure life out.
Right.
Whereas in Europe, the plasterers that were plasterers 2 generations ago probably still plastering. The guys that are doing framing, they brought up their sons to replace them in the framing world, and it's been for them an easier kind of transition. But you're even beginning to see there now that skill gap is beginning to take its toll even there because they're getting the same message we are. They just had a stronger structure. Second gen HVAC. Congratulations, Island. The guys we want to be the crew boss the first day. I get that one. I feel that one in my soul, Jamie. I can't believe the stuff that is wrong with new construction that they show on inspections. You're telling me these guys can't even get the easiest stuff square. Things that we took for granted back when I was 18 years old and working construction, we just took stuff for granted that you were supposed to do a certain way. Now is a rarity to see a video of a guy going in an inspection and seeing it done the right way.
Well, down here around, I'm trying to think when it was. There used to be what they called a PSI, which is what the testing. Let's do PSI. Maybe it's through PSI now. Who was this from before? I'm gonna get it mixed up. There was an entity that was doing the testing, and we were down on journeyman electricians. And at one point, we gave anybody a license that had been in the trade for X amount of years, whether or not they knew what they were doing. And that really hurt us. And it stopped reciprocation of licenses around here, to where if you have a Texas license, you can't reciprocate to another state even until recently. And we still don't reciprocate everywhere. And some states don't anyway, but it really didn't help out the whole situation with competency.
Yep.
And you've got people that are journeymen. They're just old men stuck in a trade. With respect for an old man stuck in the trade, I'm sorry. But if you know your stuff, hats off, man. But most people don't know their stuff, and they're not training people. And they know what they know based on what they've done, but they don't know what they're doing. They don't know that the neutral is what actually clears the fault, you know?
Right.
I'll be doing an inspection with these old guys, and I'm really young. And that's why I keep my beard. And I'm really young. And some of these guys will have 30, 40 years on me. And I'll be looking at something, and I know it's wrong. And you don't want to just be the, prick inspector that's like, actually, this is matter of fact what you need to, you don't want to come across like that.
I think we might have lost. He's cutting. You were cutting in and out.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know why. Is that better?
I don't know either. Yeah, you're fine.
So anyway, I asked the guy, he had a 480 volt system for a crane. And I said, where's your neutral? And he said, well, we're not using the neutral. And I said, well, your neutral's got to come from the transformer, though, at least to your first means of disconnect. And he kind of looked at me and was like, yeah, but we're not using the neutral. Like, the crane doesn't need it. I'm like, that's cool and all, but how are you going to get the current off the ground back to the transformer? Because that's what your neutral does.
Yeah.
Your neutral is your ground. So at first means of disconnect. If you don't have a path back to the neutral windings of the transformer, you can't get electricity off of the ground to the neutral. There's no way to trip the breaker.
Right.
So I asked him, I was like, hey, that's cool and all, but how are you going to clear a ground fault? And he looked at me and he started to grin. He was like, you're really smart. But I can guarantee you, man, there's a lot of people that are just training the guys who are coming up my age. They're not teaching them that. They're teaching them what they know to do for years. And it has nothing to do with theory. And if you know some of the theory, it'll, persuade you to do the right thing when no one's looking, which is really important to do nowadays.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much my definition of integrity would be doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You don't want to bomb that box, but man, that's one puzzle piece to a large puzzle that you don't want to skip bonding something like that.
Right. Well, my mom always told me there are two ways to do a job: the right way and the wrong way. And too many folks out there, I honestly, the only thing that frustrates me about the trolls that are on YouTube or anywhere else is the level to which they will be stupid. Even when they see it on the screen.
Right.
They will say or come up with an excuse as to why it's not that way. I had one yesterday or two. Who cares? It was recently. I had one recently that I did one of the drill versus impact driver videos.
Oh no.
And he was like, can it bust the lug nuts off of a car? And I was like, Well, you shouldn't be using your impact driver for that either, stupid. It's a quarter
Right.
inch. You're going to break the shank.
And we already know you called him stupid.
Oh,
Yeah, that's literally what you
100%.
said. Yeah.
I mean, I don't hide it. I talk to folks in the comment section because they're all going to tell me they're 30-year professionals, even if they're 16 years old. They're going to tell me they're 30-year professional. I'm going to talk to you like I would talk. That looks bad. I'm going to talk to you like I would talk to you on the job site.
I was just standing on that.
Yeah, you're fine. Look, it's just surface rust.
Yeah.
A quarter inch of surface
It
rust.
just was like just the bolts were cracked.
Contract for the U.S. military, you never would have to worry about doing it right. As a matter of fact, Howie, I can speak on this one with a certain level of certainty here.
With experience, right?
Yeah. Yes, you do. They are the worst because they will have not only inspectors come in to
Their
make
own
sure
inspector.
that you're doing it, they will have other contractors come in to check on the work.
It's also everything's got to be American made too. You got to order it. You can't have nothing from China, nothing from anywhere. It's going to be American everything.
So they, as far as the U.S., maybe NASA, you can do that. I don't think I've ever seen a hammer worth 90 grand. But hey, as far as solar goes, those dudes are definitely checking on you when you're doing.
Is everything USA for the solar too when you do it?
Oh yeah. We, like we had to. There were facilities where we had to get wire, delivered to us. We didn't have to do everything. We could go to Home Depot and pick up some stuff, but the vast majority, I think they had a requirement of 90%.
Oh, okay.
Hey, something, but you've actually been using an impact in all the videos. Damn, they found me out.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks for letting me know. You don't run a neutral to a 460 volt air conditioner either. Just 3 conductors into ground. Did you hear that one, Cooch?
Yeah, I'm reading the same comment. I just put on my comments because I can't look at comments and look at you and do everything at the same time.
Oh.
Some of this, you don't run a neutral 460 volt air conditioner either. Yeah, 3 conductors in the ground, exactly. But on the service, even if you're not going to use the neutral for your branch, because that'd be a branch circuit, you would still need the neutral back to the source for for the system.
I agree.
I would say I'll show you
because that green ground will go back to, eventually it'll go back to where your neutrals and grounds bond. If it went to your sub panel, your neutrals and grounds are isolated and your ground bar is floating by itself, but the ground that feeds that sub panel goes back to the main service disconnect or main service panel, whatever it is, and your grounds and neutrals are bonded there. So when you have a fault, when you have a ground fault and you have your black wire, in this case your brown wire that touches the case, that current gets onto the case, goes to the ground wire, goes to the sub panel isolated lug strip, goes across that strip, goes back to the supply wire that feeds that ground strip, goes back to the neutral, and then goes back through the windings of the transformer, and then comes backwards on the hot, then finds that breaker and trips it. And it trips it in 7 cycles. So you're talking 60 cycles in a second. You're talking super fast. And if you don't have that source back, then you have what you call high impedance ground path. That's where they talk about low impedance ground path being less resistance. You have a high impedance. It takes more than 7 cycles to trip that breaker. And that's when you start getting yourself into some serious trouble, because you're talking instead of a little pop, you're talking a larger explosion almost. You're more arc energy. Sorry, I'm a nerd.
I turned up his mic because he's hard to hear. Current settings. I think he's talking to us through a headset because he's a killer.
I am. Is it quiet?
Poor construction. If you're going to probably build a foundation, build a frame, do it right, or don't do it all. Yeah, I'm with you. No, I look at some of these guys. They're telling me all the stuff that they know, and I can usually end the conversation with them in 2 words: pilot hole.
Pilot hole.
I'd
Yeah.
like to see you get up on a ladder 30 feet up and use a drill. Yeah, I'd just use a pilot hole. Although I don't know what I would be doing 30 feet in the air, standing on a ladder, where I would need to do that. Because if I am going to be joining wood, I am going to be joining in a direction that goes along the longest surface of the wood, which will be top down.
I've done some pretty stupid stuff on
I agree with you.
a ladder I have no business being on. I think the ceiling was 26 feet. So I think it was an 18-foot extension. And then I was 6 foot tall with a reach of maybe 2 or 3 more feet. 18, 19, 20. It was 24-foot ceiling. Had no business up there, dude. And I was glad I had an impact. Because I was using the top of my head and tippy-toeing and pushing it up against the ceiling to keep my balance.
Maybe it's because I'm not a little tiny person.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have just reached that from the floor, I know.
I don't know, 30 feet. I can easily do about 8.5 feet in the air. But no, I'll be honest with you. The only time I can think of where it would be, for most trades, a realistic thing is where you're joining 2 pieces of wood. He answered you again, by the way. Where you're joining 2 pieces of wood, you're typically going from through the side and into either the top or along the side of another one. You're joining them together using a mechanical fastener. When you do that, and you're doing it on top of a ladder, I don't care if you've got a drill or an impact driver with you. A drill would be the preferred method, because you are going to drill a pilot hole roughly 1/2 inch less than the length of the fastener. You're going to leave enough space, so you're actually going to do 2 if you've got a head on your fastener. You're going to do 2. You're going to do 1 about halfway through the surface of the outer material, and then you're going to take the other one, should be 1 step below what you're using, and you're going to go all the way except for 1/2 inch beyond the next one. That is what you're going to use to make the mechanical fastener. When you do that, you can use the clutch on a drill. You're not going to have any rotational force put back on you if you know what you're doing. But most of those guys, they don't, and they like to tell you that everything gets done with an impact driver. And if you're doing small fasteners, yes. If you're doing large fasteners, no. Get an impact wrench if you don't feel comfortable with a drill driver. But a drill driver is going to be fast.
Yeah, I like the.
You can't drill with an impact wrench.
I like the lag bolts with the carriage not on the back. Have you seen those now? Those are pretty cool.
I haven't seen them, to be honest with you. I did get, so I was showing these guys earlier. This is the price of perfection in these videos that I make. All 11 of these fasteners were used for 2 videos, in which you only see me drive 1.
Nice. Yeah, those are ledger locks, right?
They're headlock.
Headlock. Oh
yeah. So you only see me drive 1 each, but that's the thing. It's like me doing this. I got timber locks in here because I had idiots tell me that a drill cannot do a 10-inch timber lock. I mean, I've done it. I can't even tell you how many times I've done it on screen.
I've done it with a crappy Makita. It can be done.
Yeah. And they tell me it can't be done, and then I do it just so I can get the excuses out of the way later on. But I see them say that, and like you describe to them how the job would be done. Like you And I'll admit, I get a little sick of explaining it to folks because after about the 30th time of repeating yourself, it tends to not be as much fun.
Yeah.
But I get up and I tell them how to do it, and all I get is impact is better.
I'm coming.
Impact drive is better. No, it's
What do you
not.
have?
You're just an idiot. That's what I say.
I gotta go.
All right, you have fun.
We're gonna go eat. All right, I'll catch you later.
All right, go enjoy.
We're coming back tomorrow, like 9. So we got like a 6-hour drive, but with kids, it turns into like 7.5. So,
It's all good. You go have fun. What's up, your boy, Randy?
We'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Bye, Cooch. Jake Chef with it. Bye, Cooch.
See you later.
Bye. No, so that Cooch. Yeah, everybody likes Cooch. An installation driver is great for doing that on a ladder with small fasteners, 100%. I have a drill bit in the drill head and a screw bit in the quarter-inch attachment. Easier to switch 20 foot off the ground. Yeah, I always had like quick insert attachments, bit attachments, where if I wasn't doing like a large drill or a large twist bit, I could just switch them in and out in a hurry, and it was never a problem. I had a little pouch on my belt that I carried all of my separate driver bits in, and it was never a big deal. And I mean, it was fairly easy. And because I used the drill, I could literally go from wood to metal to concrete. I never have to change the tool. I'd only have to change the battery. But a lot of these folks, they just like getting upset for no reason. And that I don't take any of it personal. I don't take any of it to heart. I'm just like, let's do this, because that's the banter that you get into the comments section is a lot like the banter that you would have on the job site anyway. So it's pretty easy. But I do like the idea of getting more people into the trades. I just wish that we had better training methodologies for them. When they took wood shop, auto shop out of schools, that, and they did that in the 90s, began doing that in the 90s. That's when those skills began to deteriorate to where we are now. And I'm not saying there aren't guys out there that are good. There are, but there are far too many folks out there that are just incompetent. They have no reason to touch a tool, but they're getting paid to do it. Would you believe that I work with someone that thought they were an electrician? They weren't even certified. They were watching YouTube videos and replacing socket outlets, like adding sockets. I can believe that. And they were not certified. I tell my boss, and he goes, as long as the work gets done right, this doesn't matter. God bless. What's up, Juan? Glad to have you here. So a neutral wire is not required to produce work or safety if your equipment is split phase or 3-phase. I wish electricians would follow. Most of the motors that you're in have a built-in neutral that doesn't come out. It's internal, and it goes back into it feeds back so that the motor doesn't overload itself. Juan says, I am YouTube certified. I'm a YouTube certified master auto technician in my spare time. Hit that thumbs up, folks. I appreciate that, Juan. Ebony, everyone I know is just basic, easy to do stuff that homeowners can do. I don't mess with electric. I get certified electrician and do that. I think a lot of people should do that. A lot of folks, homeowners, the problem is, and I'm going to say this with respect, a lot of homeowners should get a professional to do the job for them if they don't know how to do it themselves. A lot of the handymen that are out there do substandard work. a lot of the contractors that are out there do substandard work. They're just looking to get the job done. They're not looking to get the job done right. That is a big problem, because then you end up, I don't remember what the average for people, what making money or saving money is for people in the US, but it's not a lot. I think they have enough to make it a couple of weeks if something happens. A lot of what goes on with the pros that are coming in are that they don't really know what they're doing any longer. No, it's not. I can show you. Anyway, they don't really know what's going on anymore. So they get paid for things that aren't going to last maybe 5 to 10 years. I have a deck that was put on at my other house. I have a deck that was put on at my other house, and that was 5 years ago, and it already needs replaced because the professionals that we had come in and do it they just didn't do it right. They didn't put a surface down to protect the wood underneath from warping or whatever. They just slapped wood together. It's not really and they didn't even paint or surface it or any of that. They didn't oil it, stain it, nothing. They just put on there and they just did what they wanted to do to get money and get out of there. And then my mom, not knowing anything, having never been in the trades, she sees this work. It looks good initially. And then a few years down the road, it's like 3 different twists in it because they didn't sister the boards underneath. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and it's embarrassing. You have to know who to hire sometimes. Hard to do in a city. Hard to do out here in the country because there's not that many folks. Ryobi is fine. Just don't expect them to last forever. That's true. It's a giant motor. The motor starter has a thermal overload. Yep. What's up, Mr. Bunny Lamekins? Glad to have you with us again. Stay away from the green and gray Ryobi. They're not the best. Hey, Rodney found East Coast can. I wired my whole basement when I finished my laundry room, kitchen, etc. I don't trust anyone else to do it, but I'm not a certified electrician, so I don't touch other people's wiring. I don't blame you there, Jake Chef. Exactly, Rob. You can't do it right. Don't do it at all. Yep. But really, I'm studying surgery techniques. Why? Well, when the world ends, I need to know how to fix my slab cap followers. All right. Oh God, it's another one of these. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The guys that think you have to prove something to them because they think they know it all, even though we've done the wiring diagrams, Cooch especially, because that's his forte. He's done the wiring diagrams. He's an electrical inspector. This guy, he knows everything because he wired something once in 1993. Jesus. Just going to roll my eyes and let you go. Ryobi is okay for homeowners. It is. You know what? I'm going to let the cat out. I got a video coming out of 3 brands that for a value are the 3 that I recommend. And it's Rigid, Cobalt, and Hercules. Now, if somebody said, hey, don't recommend Rigid because it doesn't have an expansive tool line. Okay. If you want to say Ryobi, say Ryobi. I know it doesn't matter to me because most of the brands that are out today, most of what is out today is great. Like, is definitely head and shoulders above the battery operated tools that we had even 10 years ago. And what you can do with this stuff today is beyond what any reasonable professional could use. They truly are. You can use just about anything on the job now. Sure, Jose. Again, I don't get the notices. I watch at least 5 of your videos a night. I don't know, Mr. Bunny. Well, this one was kind of short notice. I didn't have it set up beforehand. I think I set it up at like 6:30 because I only expected it to be me. I didn't know Cooch was going to show up tonight. The electrical thing people touch is their phone. Yeah, that's 100% true. Renegade's Garage is here. What's up, Ren? Glad to have you with us as always. Another great channel here on YouTube. You guys should definitely go check out Renegade. He is a man with a lot of knowledge, especially if you're an automotive guy. Check him out. I love know-it-alls. We'll make a stream just for them and show them the monkey they are. You know, yeah. Like this comment here, like how motors work. Yeah, whatever you say, Iwan. The only person getting worked up here is you. If you want to tell yourself that you're the most knowledgeable person in the world, go ahead. The rest of us are going to sit back and laugh. That's the way that'll work. Someone needs to remove those bolts. Yeah. I need to put bolts in a wheelchair ramp. It was built by a professional for my mom. He didn't use anything but deck screws. It's springy on one side when you walk on it. Oh my God, that's bad. 14.4 forever. Can I recommend a video? Sure, Mr. Bunny. Let's see. Rigid and cobalt are the best value, quality and cost being the two main factors. I'm with you. I like when YouTube recommends me a tool deal video from you months ago. Yeah, I've got no control over when they get it. Rigid is better than Ryobi, but Ryobi thinks they've passed Rigid since they're probably more of a household name. I would agree. Their new prices indicate that. I agree with you. Only on eBay. Google lasers work wonders. All right. Actually, never met an electrician who did know how motors work. Great. Whatever you need to tell yourself. Okay. You're fine. You're the one with all the knowledge. That's why you watch the videos. I rebuilt that bridge where I live because the maintenance department was struggling to properly complete it. Yeah. And got severe flooded. The water covered the bridge. It did not. Oof. Not to mention orange and royal blue, my favorite colors. Well, there you go, Rod. There you go, Rodney. I appreciate that. You know what? The funny thing is, orange ain't my favorite color. Green is. Green's my favorite color. I don't have a second favorite color. It's just green. I like it. For me, when I started this channel, how do you pronounce Iwan? Just like Iwan? I don't know. When I started this channel, I thought, and I mistakenly thought, that there were huge differences between a homeowner grade tool brand and a professional tool grade. Like huge differences. And just the time that I have been doing this, that gap has narrowed quite a bit. Just because even homeowner grade tools have been becoming better. TTI has a history of taking old Milwaukee tools and making them rigid, and then old rigid tools and making them Ryobi tools. So it constantly upgrades itself. DeWalt does the same stuff with their DeWalt and Craftsman lines. I mean, it is what it is. It's great when you see that sort of thing, because that means the innovation is going into the tools. As those more professional grade tools keep getting better, everything else, it's a rising tide raises all ships. That's something that we should all enjoy. Can the mods of the video post the link? It's a YouTube short. Sure they can. Yeah. Those green Metabo urges. If you squint hard enough and tilt your head to the left, Makita looks pretty green. Ain't no amount of tilting. I laugh when the electrician all come to diagnose their motors on their equipment. Okay. Yeah, those DC motors are real tough to figure out. Even the AC motors. You learn something new every day. Yeah. Everyone go outside to the air conditioner and look for the neutral. You just got that one thing that you just want everybody to know that you think you know, but you don't know. That's Iowa. I'm just going to say some of the brand new Ryobi I bought can outperform my old Milwaukee M12s for sure. Yeah. No electricity flows to the ground. Yep. That's very cute. I wish I could do that whole high roll. My wife does it great. I can't. To me, it just looks like I'm looking up. So, and TTI does something too good for Ryobi. They shift to Milwaukee Rigid. When they develop something for Rigid that's above and beyond what they think Rigid should be able to do, they do end that line relatively quick. The Stealth Force, the Mega Max, just to name a few. The Octane hammer drill that was hurting Milwaukee M18 sales. As I say, if you learn something and are able to laugh each day, it's a good day. Yeah. We all made mistakes in building construction. At least we are able to resolve it. Gotta love when people do such poor jobs and the building falls apart. Yep. Yeah, the entire Octane line was so good for Rigid. It was great. I love it. As I'm going through this, like, the unfortunate reality of being a social media influencer, which I don't consider myself a social media influencer. Though technically, I am, having 200 plus, I don't even know what it is now, followers. I'm actually about to hit 100K on Instagram, which I'm really excited about. I'm about 1,000 away from that. Yeah, the videos you made with the Mega Max were awesome. Yeah, definitely on an underrated tool there. But it's worth noting that the opinions of the faceless, these are the people that they don't get on camera. They don't tell you how they only tell you how wrong they are in an effort to tell you how right they think they are. But it's easy to do it when you got no skin in the game, when nobody can say, hey, prove it, which is something I do on my channel constantly to these, I call them professionals or instant experts, is I tell them to prove it. At some point, you have to pick up your little camera. I use my phone. I tell them, pick up your little camera, go out there, turn it on, and show me. Prove to me that I am wrong. And when they can't, and to a man, and I use that term man very loosely, to a man, these guys never come back. Like, they will say something, you say, prove it. I will prove you wrong. You say, prove it. And they go away. When I started this channel, I said I was going to prove somebody wrong. I did. I put it on camera. I put it on camera. And I show them that they are wrong. That's why so many people believe me when I say stuff, because I can prove it. That's the way you guys should approach your life. And I don't mean in a confrontational way. What I mean is, if you believe what you say, if it's down in your heart and your soul that you believe it, then show them, then prove it. If you do that, people will follow. They will respect what you are. They may not like you, the individual, but they cannot deny what you say. And if that's what you have, if that's the only thing that you have to take away from this evening, we had great fun. Thank you for the heartfelt discussion. I appreciate each and every one of you guys here. Is JB says, is the Bosch? I was just getting ready to wrap this up when I saw that. Are Bosch 18-volt tools worth investing into? 100%. 100%. Yes. I would tell you yes every single day. I waited a long time to get into that Bosch line. They're 100% worth it. The mid-tier hammer drill that they have blew me away. I think it's great. And I would recommend their installation driver also is a step above. I would put that installation driver up against any installation driver in that 12-volt range, and I think it's great. The 12-volt tools are changing, just so you know. I'll record a video when I get home. I will show you. I preach to the choir there, sir. I've been using a drill since my grandfather showed me how an ancient by today's standards. I still have a solid metal drill around here somewhere. If you want a picture of a water main fix, I'll show you how bad it is. Of course, show me. Anything past single phase is way beyond for some reason. It sounds like the teacher. I do it every day and I can read. Great. I emailed it to you. It's a cringeful. I'll check it out, Mr. Bunny. I promise. Don't just talk about it, be about it. Just don't try it with Hyper Tough. Yeah, don't try it with Hyper Tough. Safe travels, Rob. Yeah, he's out of here. No, the thing is, when you do a video, are you doing a video to prove you right? I'm just talking to you, Iwan. Are you doing a video to prove to everyone how smart you are? Are you doing a video to prove to everyone how much you know? Are you making videos to inform and to teach? Because only the third method works. I can go and I can make videos that truly make a good majority of the channels on YouTube look stupid. As far as how do you use a tool, when do you use it, proper technique and all that. I could do that. But I'm not making a video for them. I make videos for the other people. The 99% is what I like to call it, or the 95%. It's really 99%. Folks that have never been in the trades. So when you do those videos and you talk to people, if you're using jargon, they're not going to understand it. That's on you. If you're talking in ways that only you can be right, then you are wrong. What you need to do is find a way to talk to them in terms that not only are you right, but you understand where they come from. You speak across. You don't speak down. And I'm trying to speak across to you now. I don't know if it's working. I'm trying to speak across to you now. Giving you the insight of someone who has built a community and a following. And I hope that you are intending to build a community and a following of your own. From your interaction here tonight, I would hope that something here resonates. And if you guys I mean, I can talk like this to you because I'm trying to show you a level of respect. As Renegade's Garage, I'm always willing to help. And I several others, Cooch that was here earlier, will tell you that I've taken time out to help. Uh, not to brag or anything. I do try to teach. I do try to share my experiences and expertise here. My only hope is that you can listen, because very few people know how, truly know how. But every single one of us has the capacity to learn. Suck it easy. I know you want to. Jamie, I love it. Bosch is good, depends on how you use them. My younger days, DeWalt DW998 had 500 foot-pounds, pounds of torque. It was a lot to me. Got the job done yet. I'm definitely trying to build a community and a following. Yep, it's difficult to build a community and a following. It is very difficult. I myself struggle with it. I like to think that a lot of people enjoy what I say and what I do. I like to think that. I can't say that I am the best example of it, because I do go after people in the comments section. It's in the comments section. It's typically me responding to them in the way and manner with which they react to what was going on the screen. And then it is from the aspect of someone that was on the job site that does know how those things go and how you talk to one another out there. And I will engage with you like that, because so many of them pretend that they are. So Tony Tools, what do you do for a living? What trade were you in? I am currently retired from the trades, but I'm retired because of my health, not because of my lack of knowledge. I was in the solar industry. I built megawatt projects for the U.S. government on military bases. I know more about that stuff than I would say a vast majority of people, but I don't know why my resume is important if the information provided is accurate. Souls for president. Oh my goodness. Let's not do that to ourselves. It's hard to get the moon by yourself with to the moon by yourself with a 3-phase rocket. Yeah. Jargon is different and name of things are different from state to state. And yeah, that is very true. Been a great friend to me. I appreciate that, Rodney. Thank you, Jake Chef. I appreciate you guys. You are one of the only famous people I know who will talk to me. I appreciate that. Dude, I'm not famous. I'm just some guy in my garage. When all of this ends, when I am no longer able to do this, make these videos and share my knowledge, because unfortunately I do have Alzheimer's. I do have some other things going on that will eventually make it impossible for me to do this stuff. I know that within 2 weeks, I will have been largely forgotten. And when you're famous, or when you've reached a level of fame, which I have not, people will remember you for a long time. 2 weeks ain't long. And I will go to my dying day believing that I am only 2 weeks. Where do you see Makita 18-volt line of tools in the next 5 years? JB, I'm glad you asked. As a certified, and I believe the most certified Makita hater on all of YouTube, I will not buy Makita tools. They don't keep up with technology. Their power, their performance lacks. Everybody tells you how comfortable they are, but they're made for people with small hands. I don't have small hands. I don't enjoy their tools, so I won't buy them. Joshua Wilson. Only a badge that hangs around his neck with you. Oh, what? Can we get him? Get who a badge? That's why a fire happened. Poor workmanship. Yeah. Just governor. Look, just send ice cream. That's the only thing. I'm good then. Only a badge. No, 3 weeks of training, 3 weeks ago. Good. Congratulations, Rodney. Rodney is going, so he's blind, folks, which is why we don't mind that Rodney writes in all caps. He's a good dude. And that's the biggest thing that I can say to anybody is if I call you a good dude. And he is one, but he's going through some things. They're teaching him how to do stuff for blind folks to help him better live his life. And our thoughts and our prayers are with you, Rodney. You're a great dude. We wish you nothing but the best. We're glad to see you still doing this, showing up. You got the new iPad and all kinds of stuff, and we're happy for you, my man. I always have a picture of you on the ceiling in my bedroom. Well, at least your wife has something to look at. That was bad. That was bad. Even where I live, I know how to fix something. Yeah. Maintenance department doesn't want to fix, know how. I told myself I know how. Yep. Learning a lot here in Biloxi. I love it. You guys should have seen my comment earlier about Makita. Chocolate chip ice cream. My mom was a big, what is it called? It's I know the name of the ice cream too. Butter pecan. I knew it was butter. That was her favorite, and that's my favorite as well. Serious moment. If you know a visually impaired veteran, let's help them know about the BRC. Post the link. Go to my, well, I don't know if you're on Facebook, Rod, but post the link and I'll share it to Facebook. The last bridge they built 13 years ago. I know, Tom. You've been fighting that battle a long time. I see the same thing happen in the next couple. The best decision I made in the past month was buying and installing this mini AC in my garage. Oh, the split in my garage. 106 outside, 74 in here. God, I've got to insulate my garage door. There's big heat loss out there. I love butter pecan. I always liked how you can soar like an eagle when you work with a bunch of turkeys. Yeah, B-Dub, it's a little easier. And open that door. Haven't heard from Iwan in a while. He's probably putting on the lipstick. Oh, we're going to leave him alone. Sorry, just getting here. What did I miss? The whole show, Richard. I'm just wrapping it up. We're gonna get out of here. It's Sunday. I got work-ish tomorrow. I mean, what I do ain't really work. No way I'm retraining the wife and kids to go through the front door. That insulation on the garage door panels works. I gotta get it. Bluebell cherry vanilla. It'll save your life. I'll try it tomorrow. I'll get some tomorrow. I love to get a mini split in my garage. I need to do something. My garage has no insulation on it. I freeze all winter and I am cold hot all summer. All right, guys. With that, we're going to get out of here. In the words of that not so great American, for all you Makita guys, don't forget, blow them like you know them. We're out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow.